good boy. Oh! What the fuck is up, my bitches? If you are new here, hello and welcome to BRIT-ABFZQJZO. Today's video, I'm
so fucking excited about.
Not only are we gonna talk about my top 5 most blinding highlighters in my collection, I had the thought in my head, I'm like, you know, this would be a really fun and cool collaboration. What other creators do I know that love and appreciate a blinding ass
alien slut
highlighter?
Teresa's dead beat.
So I decided to reach out to Theresa is Dead. It was probably like 2 weeks ago. I'm like,
yo bitch,
would you want to collaborate for my channel and talk about our top 5 most alien slut type of highlighters? Being that YouTube is a piece of trash most of the time, we can't name it that, so we decided to just name it top 5 most blinding highlighters in our collection. So this is going to be a collaboration with Theresa. I'm like 99% sure you guys probably all follow her already. But in the case that you don't, let me inform you on why you need to be, because she gives me so much life. Theresa is one of the funniest people on this platform. I could be in the worst mood, and if I click on her channel, I will instantly be in a better mood. She's just hilarious. She brings just such a different energy and just overall vibe when it comes to beauty content, because she'll do like mini reviews, like she calls them like mini bite-sized reviews. She's always doing like story times because she lives in New York. She's always talking about like crazy things that happen to her down there. It's just like a wide variety of stuff, but primarily what she does, I feel, is like makeup reviews. I'm telling you, her channel, it gives me so much life, and she's fucking hilarious. And of course, I could not do a collaboration with Theresa without wearing some of her garbage person merch. So I'm gonna leave all of her stuff linked down below. She did just start a Patreon as well. I'm one of her patrons. I fucking will follow that bitch wherever the fuck she goes. So today's video, we're going to talk about our top 5 most blinding highlighters. So I had all of my collection swatched on my arm, and I have it down to my top 5. They may not be my favorite formulas, but they're the ones that I'm reaching for. If I want to look like an alien slut, like
take me to your leader so I can fuck him type of look.
Theresa, how did I do right there? These are the highlighters that I'm gonna reach for. So again, make sure you're following Theresa. Let her know that I sent you. Leave a comment down below of your most blinding highlight in your collection, and then let's dive into my top 5. So I'm not gonna put these in any particular order. I can't pick through my children like that, okay? I'm going to start with what's on my face right now, and this is the Kylie Loose Highlighter in the shade Santorini. I did a video on this when the high glosses launched. I added this to the cart just to get free shipping, and I was very curious about it because I heard a lot of people talking about it, but I'm not that much of a fan of loose highlights. But bitch, this is blinding. I remember just putting this on my face, and I was shook at just how blinding it was. It was nuts. This formula is very flattering on my skin. I do feel like it's a little bit too light for me. Even right now, it gives me a more like white tone to my face, but it's a beautiful blinding highlight. Like if I want it to be poppin', this is the one I reach for. I think that this would be my #1 most blinding in my collection, but it's not one that I reach for that often because, again, I'm not really a fan of loose powder highlights, and this is exactly why. I feel like they're just so messy and they're just everywhere. But that's not what we're focusing on today. We're talking about the blinding factor, and this definitely is blinding as a motherfucker. All right, so #2, not technically #2, but the second one I'm going to talk about is going to be what's on top of the Kylie highlight right now. This is going to be the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in the shade Flexitarian. This is not my favorite formula though. Like, a lot of people rave about this, especially this shade particularly, but it's way too light for my skin. Even right now, like, I feel like this looks too light. But I have textured skin, and I would say this is like a cream to a powder type of highlighter. It just doesn't look the best on my skin. I don't know why. I feel like it just looks funky on my skin, but aside from that, it is blinding as a motherfucker. I feel like if you're fair skin tone, this will be a really nice shade on you, like fair to light skin tone. If you get into like light, medium, medium, I just feel like for me, it's too light. It's not my favorite. I've actually considered decluttering this one just because I don't ever reach for it. I mean, if you're looking for a blinding highlighter, yes, I do think this serves that purpose, but for me and my skin tone, it's just, I don't know why I still have it in my collection, quite frankly. #3 is going to be actually one that's not currently available, but I keep hearing that it's coming back. The Anastacio Reesy highlighter. This is such a beautiful highlighter. In the pan, it looks like it's going to be a really intense like gold shade. It does not look like it would be wearable for my skin tone right now. I could wear this all year long. Spring, summer, fall, winter, anytime, any shade my skin is, I could always wear this. And I feel like that's one thing that I really love about it, because I'm always like buying certain products for fall, winter, or spring, summer based on like my skin complexion. Maybe if you're fair skin tone, I don't know if this would work, but I feel like light to deep could use this highlighter. It's so beautiful. but this gives that blinding effect, or it can be very subtle. Like it's very buildable, which is another thing that I like about it. It does have, I would say, like tiny like glitter reflex in it, but I think that's what really gives it that beaming look. It's gorgeous. Okay, this next highlighter is a serious throwback. Who remembers the Sleek Makeup Solstice palette? I feel like everybody and their mother used to talk about this. This is still one of the most blinding highlighters in my collection. I really like how it has the cream and then it has the 3 powders, but all of these are so blinding, like almost too blinding. They're so intense. I have not used this in years. I don't know why I even still have it. Like the formula doesn't even feel the same anymore. It used to feel like creamy and buttery and nice, but now it's so stiff and just it's so bad now. I really do need to declutter this, but this is still one of the most blinding in my collection. Still really beautiful, but it's not quite the same as what it used to be. Okay, and this last one, I think this is the one everybody's expecting me to talk about, and that's the Lunar Beauty Moon Prism powders. I do not understand how these are not so hyped up online. Like, I don't understand, because the formula on these are absolutely gorgina. And the packaging, like, if this doesn't say Alien Slut, like, what does? I mean, come on. They're just absolutely beautiful. I have the shades Mars and Venus. I personally like Mars for when I'm a little bit more fair, and it looks totally different on the skin than it does in the pan. And then I like Venus for when I'm a little bit more, I would say, like medium skin tone, but I could still wear it like now. I could still wear it when I'm light, but I like Mars a little bit better for when I'm lighter. But these, I'm telling you, they're so beautiful. I always recommend to use these with a more dense brush because I feel like they do perform a lot better, but they're so blinding. Like, anytime I'm wearing these, somebody's always asking me, like, girl, what the fuck is on your cheek? And I would say like 8 times out of 10 it's usually these, because I wear the shit out of some Lunar Beauty. So that is going to be my top 5 for my most Alien Slut, most blinding highlighters. And I also want to say a big thank you to Theresa for collaborating with me on this. I could not think of a better person to do the most Alien Slut highlighters with. Make sure you guys go check her out. Go check out her Patreon. Go check out her merch. Like, that bitch is everywhere, okay? Go check her out. Let her know that I sent you, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Peace!